Hello friends, welcome to my channel Grammarian Bhai, and today let's solve Act 2 Scene 4 of Julius Caesar of class 9 from Morning Star's workbook. So here I'll discuss about the assignments, especially the multiple choice questions and then extracts given in. So let's begin. So the first one, on which urn does Portia send Lucius? So here option D is correct, both B and C. Next one, in what condition is Portia in this scene of the play? So here option B is correct, nervous and anxious. Number 3, how does Portia react when she hears a noise coming from the capital? So here option A is correct, cries out in terror. Number 4, why does Portia wish to have a mountain placed between her heart and her tongue? So here option C is correct, she cannot reveal the secret. Number 5, who says, I have a man's mind but a woman's mind? So option B is correct, Portia. Number 6, what does Portia feel is her weakness? So option C is correct, to keep Brutus' secret to herself. Number 7, what does the soothsayer want to tell Caesar by saying befriend himself? So option C is correct, take care of himself. Number 8, what is the soothsayer's fear about himself? So here option A is correct, he would be crushed by the crowd that follows Caesar. Number 9, what is meant by throng that follows Caesar at the heels? So here option B is correct, that is crowd. Next, contextual questions. So here the extracts are given there and followed by few questions. So let's deal the first extract. So you go through by the extract. Let me directly begin from the question and answers. So first question, where does this scene take place? Give two examples to show that Portia is agitated. So the answer will be, this scene takes place in the street in front of Brutus' house. Portia urges Lucius to run to the Senate house. Say not to answer me. Why dost thou stay? All said at the same time by Portia. Second question, what is the errand on which Portia is sending Lucius? What has motivated her to send Lucius urgently on the errand? So the answer is, Portia urges Lucius to run to the capital and report back what he witnesses there. Portia invents an errand. He is to see how his master is and observe what suitors are pressing about Caesar. Portia is struggling with the dangerous information. Next one, number 3. Whom does she meet a little later, which increases her tension? What does that person indicate that there is a possibility of an impending danger? So the answer is, they are joined by a soothsayer who tells her that Caesar has not yet gone to the Senate house. He is waiting for Caesar with a petition that shall beseech him to befriend himself. Next, number 4, give two arguments put forward earlier to Brutus by Portia to indicate she should know his secrets. So the answer is, Portia is a loving and devoted wife of Brutus. She is the daughter of Cato, renowned for high ideals, patriotism, and stoicism. She claims her right to share the secrets of her husband. Number 5, what noise does Portia said to have heard a little later? Does Lucius hears the noise? What can you conclude about this situation? So the answer is, Portia cries out in terror as she seems to hear a great noise coming from the capital. But Lucius answers her that he hears nothing. This builds up tension so that we note how time is passing and the moment of the assassination is approaching. Next, extract 2, and the first question of the extract 2 is, where is Portia sending Lucius? What does she tell Lucius to find out about Brutus and Caesar? So the answer is, Portia is sending Lucius to the capital and report back what he witnesses there. Portia invites an errand. He is to see how his master is and observe what suitors are pressing about Caesar. Portia is struggling with the dangerous information. She now has assumed that Brutus has confided in her, or else that she has concluded that her husband is a part of a conspiracy to kill Caesar. She is bursting to make this news public, but she is sworn to silence. Second question, why is Portia externally distracted and internally anxious according to the extract? So the answer is, Portia is externally distracted and internally anxious because she knows details of the plot. She follows Stoic principles. She is unable to sustain the stress of suspense. She has faith in her husband's nobility and has immense love for him. Number 3, give the meaning of set a huge mountain between my heart and tongue. What is the conflict from which Portia suffers as indicated in this statement? So the answer will be, it means that Portia is shaken under the strain of the knowledge she begged for, feeling her weakness. She is nervous and her own death is foreshadowed, indicated in this statement. Number 4, state in your own words what Portia means by a man's mind but a woman's might. What does she feel is her weakness and why? So the answer is, Portia is skillfully devoted into a splendid example of heroic qualities usually associated with womanhood. High courage, spotless virtue, powerful will, great endurance were Roman ideals of a woman. She feels nervous and thinks of her own death is overshadowed in this nervous crisis. Next one, number 4. In what way is a sense of urgency indicated in the first two lines of the extract? Where else in the extract does she show the same attitude? So the answer is, a sense of urgency indicated in the first two lines of the extract is that she wants to know what is happening at the capital. She is worried about, so she feels like sending Lucius up and down to the capital and bringing her the news. This same attitude is seen in the next line itself. She knows that she is struggling with the dangerous information. She now has assumed that Brutus has confided in her, or else that she has concluded that her husband is a part of a conspiracy to kill Caesar. She is bursting to make this news public, but she is sworn to silence. Extract number 3, and the first question of the extract number 3 is, omens and soothsayers play a big role in Julius Caesar. What role does soothsayer play here? What effect does his presence have on Portia and the audience? So the answer is, the soothsayer wants to warn Caesar of some harm. The soothsayer reminds him of his life, that something will happen to him on March 15th, Ides of March. Portia's fear increases as she hears of the soothsayer's warning and intention, and she almost loses her self confidence. Number 3. To whom does the soothsayer address these words? Explain the first sentence in this tract in the light of what has already been said to him. So the answer is, the soothsayer addresses these words to Portia. Portia asks if there is any harm planned against Caesar. The soothsayer says that he does not know of any specific harm, but fears that harm may be done to Caesar. Next, number 3. What is meant by the throng? What would the throng witness in a short time? So the answer is, it means a throng of senators, praetors, and common suitors are at Caesar's heels as he passes through the narrow streets to the Senate house. The throng witness Caesar's murder. What does the soothsayer want to tell Caesar? Why does he wish to get for himself a place more void? So the answer is, the soothsayer wants to warn Caesar to take care of himself, since he is a feeble man who might get crushed by the crowd. So he is looking for some empty place or space to speak to Caesar. Next one, besides the soothsayer, there is another person waiting to communicate on the road with Caesar. Who is he? What does he want to tell Caesar and why? So the answer will be, besides the soothsayer, Artemidorus intends to give a letter to Caesar naming his murderers and warning Caesar. He reasons out that Caesar may survive if the fate does not ally itself with the conspirators. Artemidorus represents honest common citizens, voicing his concern for the safety of Caesar. Please subscribe the channel if video is helpful to you.